person today. So I just wanted to say, so Judi I have information or recipes about the two-sided, about the French sauces. So what I did is I made 5 copies, and my printer isn't real good, but this is already on the Plant-Based Pittsburgh website. So if you get a card, you will see the Plant-Based Eating Hub on the right side. It says Plant-Based Pittsburgh. If you want to make your own copy today, as I said, I have 5 copies, and there's a copy machine out there. So you're welcome to make a copy if you want a hard copy today.
And we can also use our phone, as you had
Oh yes, and you can use your phone. Yeah.
That was your wonderful suggestion.
It was. Thank you, Donna. Yes, you can use your phone. Okay.
A whole recipe.
Yes. Okay. Anything else that I'm forgetting here?
Keep talking, Sally.
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Can I get somebody with a timer?
My phone.
Did you talk about
So.
their her background?
Okay, so I just want to say, just coming up, we have, our East meeting is the last Wednesday of the month here, and then we have a city meeting.
9 minutes.
And we have a South Pittsburgh meeting,
Ready?
and maybe eventually a North meeting.
I'm sorry. I'm on your foot.
And our next cooking demo is, we're going to have a Saturday cooking demo, and second Saturday in April, it's going to be desserts. Brittany's going to do it, I can't wait. Right in time for springtime, Easter and Passover and everything, and all kinds of events. And Lulu, the last Wednesday of March, Lulu is going to do Asian sauces, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, it's
That's gonna
6:30
be-
to 8, the last Wednesday evening. And then on the last April, Phil is going to do sprouting. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's a preview here. Okay.
All right, I think I can
So
muster.
Judi is our resident cook because she has a lot of experience in the food industry. And by the way, is anybody going to Farm to Table or the tomorrow, the convention center? Judi and Brittany and I are doing a plant-based bowls demo.
And then Pips is on
And
Wednesday.
then we're doing FIPS also if you want to pay. Yeah, that's going around. Okay, so I'll pass some of these around. You can take pictures or whatever. You can have something in hand and decide
Are we live?
what you're going to do.
I'm recording, honey. And you have 7 hours, 90 minutes.
Okay.
So you can hear.
Okay.
I'll edit it. Yeah, I'll start.
There's a little mishap here on my part. I forgot one of my crock pots, so that kind of set things into hurry mode here. But might change the flow that I wanted to do things, but we'll work it out. That's one thing being in the restaurant industry and food industry, nothing ever goes the way you plan. So you got to be prepared for fryers to go down right before you have 1,000 pieces of chicken to go out the window, the door. So welcome everybody. Today we're going to be, I took the Ruby Cooking School class for plant-based professional, and I've taken the Forks Over Knives class for plant-based, and then I've had quite a few years in the restaurant industry. I've worked my life to try to get out of the restaurant industry and get away from food, only to find myself going back in it. Which back there, somebody that walks miles with me knows my story. This is Linda. Sometimes we'll walk 5 miles a day. Sometimes 6, 7. So anyway, when I was taking the course, they started talking about sauces. And French sauces, and then there's the 5 mother sauces. There is 5 mother sauces to French cooking. They did 2 of them, and then I've semi-mastered 2 of them. I've worked on them over and over again, and those are the ones that I'm going to be sharing with you today, because every cook needs, just like every girl needs a black dress, every cook, you need a red sauce and you need a white sauce. And that's what these are. These are going to be like really good sauces to that you can adapt to.
Does anybody need paper for taking notes?
And then from each of these sauces, the red sauce and the white sauce, there's so many different applications to it. I mean, and the 5 original French mother sauces is where every sauce that we know today, they were discovered or out in the 1900s, I think it was 1903, and every sauce that we kind of know today kind of stems from those sauces. So like I said, there's so many different applications you can do once you learn these sauces. So just to write off real quick, there's the bechamel sauce, which we're going to learn today, a plant-based version of it. Originally it was made with butter, flour, and milk, and we all know that that's not what we want to do on a plant-based diet. The velouté sauce is similar to the bechamel, but it had animal stock in it. And then there's the espagnole, which is a combination of dark brown, and it was just loaded with butter and meat and all that kind of stuff. And then the hollandaise sauce is a rich buttery yellow sauce, and then the tomato sauce. Those are the 5 mother sauces that everything derives from. I haven't found a good plant-based hollandaise sauce, so I'm not going to feature that one today. So, but the tomato sauce and the bechamel sauce, it's going to change your life. It's going to change. Linda, you got a little example.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. We should have did a little sound check for the little violins whenever everybody tastes the sauce. So I'm a little knocked off my game just because of what's going on right now, but we will adapt. So the first sauce that I want to go over, and it's already pre-made up here, along with I made homemade pasta. It doesn't have egg and it doesn't have oil or anything like that. It's made from a tofu base. So I take tofu, and this was from the Ruby Cooking School too. So you take tofu, you take semolina. This is my mom, by the way. She helps out with a lot of this stuff. And we take semolina flour, spelt flour I started adding to it, and then some turmeric for coloring. And then that's about it. So you roll that out, and then we have a pasta machine too that we roll it out. And it's called laminated pasta. There's laminated pasta and there's extruded pasta, which is like the stuff that you see in the store like this. This is extruded. Laminated is what you make at home. So I made that fresh one yesterday, and then I made the tomato sauce to go along with it. So yeah, we're very fortunate we have some to share. Okay, so the basic red sauce recipe is in the notes, and then like Sally said, you can go to the website to get them if you don't get them today. And it is very basic, okay? It's just a can of tomatoes, tomato paste, onion, and garlic cloves. That's it, the basic sauce. Now you can stem from that, you can go into Italian flavorings with that. You can stay within the French by just depending on what the spices that you put in it. For today's purpose, I made the tomatoes, I made it to an Italian for the pasta. These are the tomatoes that I did use because they are going to make the difference in your final dish. There is...
Are they whole diced?
Oh, they're whole tomatoes. Okay. So the tomatoes is what's going to make the difference, okay? These are kind of like a Roma tomato, but they're a little bit different and they're a little bit richer. But these are Salerno tomatoes, and where the tomatoes come from is going to make a difference in the outcome too. San Marzano tomatoes is the best tomato to use whenever you're doing a sauce like this, because they're grown on the volcanic soil in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. So that changes the acidity to the tomatoes, and then you're not going to need as much flavoring into it. Also, whenever you're selecting a can of tomatoes to make a red sauce, obviously the less ingredients the better. You just want simple stuff. You want tomatoes. You don't want a lot of citric acid in it, because that means the tomatoes weren't ripe when they picked them. And you might want a little bit of basil in there. You just want to keep the ingredients pretty simple. And like I said, for these here, I get these at a local grocer, looking about like $6 or something for a can like this. And you can get about a little over a half gallon or so of sauce. And what I do is I'll make half of it into a pasta, and then I'll take the other part of this off. And then I've been making my own pizza crust too, and making pizza out of it by adding in. You can add in a pinch of oregano and then a little bit of sugar in there, and you can get yourself a nice pizza flavoring. today's sauce, what I put in it, I gave it like a mushroom flair to it, an Italian, and then I make Italian homemade sausage seasoning, and I put that in there. And I don't know what else I put in there. I mean, I do, but when I'm at home, I know what I put in there. But yeah, it's a basic sauce that you can change up to whatever application you want to do. Oh, here we go. Some of the ideas, you can add some capers, some olives, some parsley, lemon zest, and red chili flakes to make an Italian puttanesca sauce, and you can serve that over like zucchini noodles.
Pasta's done.
Oh, the pasta's done. Thank you very much. Let me do a... give me about 2 more minutes. I can feel they're not right
Is that the
yet.
fresh one?
No, this is not fresh. We got 2 more minutes? I can just feel them. They're clunking around in there. They're not the way I like them.
Can I ask you, can we just stop this? I don't understand when you said the 2 kinds of pasta.
Oh, okay.
Laminated, I was...
Yeah, there's a laminate pasta, and then there's extruded. Laminate is what goes through like a fresh, it's fresh. And then extruded is what goes through like a press, kind of like a...
You can make, there's machines to make both of those
Right.
at home.
Right.
It's just
They
the
have
kind
to-
that you roll out and you put it in, it rolls it thinner and thinner and
Right,
thinner.
and then the other one's pushed through a nozzle.
The other one, you just put
Plates.
the whole blob in and it comes out like a grinder.
Right, that's a good...
That's the difference.
But there's also... What?
Show your,
Oh, there's also, there's plastic and then there's bronze plate. So the bronze actually, if you're going for extruded pasta, you want to go for like a bronze plate because it leaves a little bit of the residue, the dust behind and stuff like that, and makes for a better quality pasta. We can someday, if there's enough interest in it, I have no problem doing a pasta class, and I can show you how to make homemade pasta from scratch. And once you have homemade pasta, you don't tend to buy the box stuff anymore. It isn't, yeah. Okay, so back to what we're doing here. So the red sauce, you can add some cumin, some vinegar, some little sweeteners, cilantro, red chili. You can make an enchilada sauce out of the basic red sauce recipe. You can also caramelize some onions, put some more cumin in it, make a North African simmer sauce. What I did with it is I used that and the cashew bechamel sauce, and that makes a rosé sauce. And then I did stuffed peppers with it. It was very good too. You can also make stuffed shells. You can make a tofu ricotta. I mean, the possibilities are limitless. So I would say once you master just the basic sauce, I mean, that's all I think about. Is how I'm going to use it, you know, what can I do with this sauce?
Judy done.
Okay, and then what I've done too is I've added some sausage seasoning to some different things, and I've made like a homemade pizza. Once this gets done, I won't be distracted. I just don't want to overdo the pasta. Talk amongst yourselves.
by the way, she's using an induction cooker. And it boils really, really fast. I highly recommend. That's what she,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you.
Have you
Thank you
used
to
it?
Lulu. She's using it.
no, it's incredible.
Yeah. This is the second time that's been used.
Okay, I did the same thing here that I did at home. I missed it.
Okay.
Shall I pause? Oh no. Good.
All right, so we're just going to have to hope. Where's the lid at? Does anybody? I think it's over there in the box, Susan.
What are you adding, honey?
We're going to go over this in more
Are you
detail
done-
later.
you are?
Yeah, this is a nacho cheese sauce that I'm adding. Yes, thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, you did say
Okay.
Yeah, now I get you.
All right. So where did I leave off? We were talking about pastas. Okay. Okay, so there's a bunch of different things that you can do with the red sauce. I think if we wanted to, do we want to sample before we move on, or we want to wait till I'm done talking and then sample?
Let's sample before and after.
What do we have as a total count here? Does anybody know?
Yeah, 27. I didn't say.
And I walk in.
Oh,
Okay,
wait, I got you.
okay.
Oh, Jane, okay.
And
got
also I
Jane.
didn't sign.
I got you,
Okay.
okay.
No sample.
Mom, did you
I
sign?
got it. Yeah, I
Okay, so
signed
we're
some
third.
people
The
that
reason why I'm
I.
asking is this one here has 8 copies of documents, so everybody gets an order cut for sample, I guess that's what
28,
we're gonna have
29.
Do you want to do it now? Maybe that way
Can I do it now?
Okay. Make sure it's hot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sample the red sauce first, but first we have to garnish it. My favorite part. I wish we had a bowl. Well, we do have a bowl. Can I put that in the bowl? I think I put it in the bowl. Oh, well, I'm talking big bowl. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sample the red sauce first.
This is our size of bowl. Or this.
And then if we can get that thing rinsed out, then we can put our other
What?
pasta in there and keep it warm.
Which thing do you want me to step?
Not yet. I need my big stainless steel bowl.
Right here?
Yes, be careful, that's very hot.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions while we're working on this?
Napkins around, just take one.
Does somebody want to help me here? There we go. I can do it here. Okay.
What do we use to scoop? Do we spoon?
I got you covered. The quarter cup. Okay, hold on. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to garnish this. I make a seed and spice blend out of sunflower seeds and sesame seeds, and then there's some nutritional yeast in there. No, not yet. And there's some other things there. This really brightens up the dish, so we're going to add some of that. Yeah. Okay, and then I make a vegan parm. A vegan parm cheese is made out of different type of nuts. Again, nutritional yeast in there, and garlic and onion powder. You can't have pasta without parm. So we put that on there. And then of course we got to make it look pretty. So we got our parsley. So we're going to put on there. I wish that blender wasn't in the way. We could have got a nice shot of that.
Oh, wait.
Wait, oh, yeah.
Yeah, just tilt it. Tilt, baby.
You got it?
Wait, not yet.
Well, you can take a picture of your dish because I got to...
Okay, fine. I got it.
Yeah.
Next time, just tilt,
I can move on. All right.
tilt
And
everything.
in this here, if I can get somebody to wash this out.
Yeah, I can. Sure, here's something that's fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, ladies. Okay. So that'll keep our other sauce warm while I talk. Okay. So we're all going to sample the red sauce. And that is very good. It's got its purpose. My favorite, and the one where the little violins could go off when you taste it, is the cashew bechamel sauce. I'm in love with that sauce. And what I tell people is that if you get addicted to it, I warn you now, because it is very good. But I use it in very small increments. I think about a half cup is 113 calories, which isn't really too bad. So, but it is very, we'll just taste it here. We'll get things started. So we got that over here. So what I want to do is I'm going to make that today in front of everybody so that you know how to make it and you feel comfortable making it. And then we're going to add it to this pasta dish to sample that. So everybody can kind of see this. Can everybody kind of see this over here? Do you want me to, we can move it more in the middle. Let's move it more in the middle. Lulu, I'm going to need your help for a second.
Can you help her? Help her while I take this.
I want this moved over to this corner. Yes. And then this moved. Okay, here we go. And then I need this plugged in. There's plugs down there at the bottom.
Here.
There's like 3 on there already.
Yeah, well, over here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to squeeze another one in this one or not.